Every night, when the house finally falls silent, he hears it again, the soft, broken sound of someone trying not to cry. His wife slips out of bed, pretending she needs water, pretending she is fine, but he knows something is terribly wrong. The kitchen light glows like a lonely lighthouse at midnight, and inside it she stands with shaking shoulders, wiping tears before they can fall. She never complains, never explains, and every morning she smiles like nothing ever happened. But the nights tell a different story. Night after night, his concern turns into fear, then into obsession. What pain is she hiding? Why does she suffer alone? He lies awake, heart pounding, realizing he cannot keep pretending with her. One night, when the tears return and the silence becomes unbearable, he quietly gets up. Instead of letting her cry unseen again, he decides this time will be different. He takes a breath, moves closer, and follows her into the darkness, not knowing what truth is waiting for him on the other side. Because whatever she has been hiding in that quiet kitchen, he is finally ready to see it, even if it changes everything he thought he knew tonight. During the day, she was the kind of woman everyone trusted, the one who laughed softly, listened patiently, and made the house feel alive. She carried warmth in her voice and calm in her eyes, as if nothing in the world could shake her. To friends, she was strength. To family, she was comfort. But when the sun disappeared, the truth did too. Behind the gentle smiles lived a tired heart, worn down by something she never spoke about. She kept cooking, caring, planning, pretending, because that was easier than explaining why she felt like she was slowly fading inside. He began to notice the small cracks most people would miss, the way her hands trembled when she thought no one was watching, the long pauses she took before answering simple questions, the quiet sighs she swallowed. He wanted to ask, but fear kept him silent.
What if she broke? What if asking made it worse? So he waited, hoping the pain would pass, praying it was temporary. But it wasn't. One night, as tears returned and her footsteps led her toward that lonely kitchen again, he stayed awake, heart heavy, eyes fixed on the doorway. This time he didn't hesitate. He rose slowly, followed quietly, and what he saw when he finally stepped closer made his chest tighten with a shock he wasn't prepared for. Because in that fragile moment, the truth she had been hiding began to reveal itself, and he realized nothing in their life was simple anymore. He stood in the doorway without making a sound, watching the woman he loved collapse into a version of herself he had never seen. On the table lay a stack of medical papers, appointment slips, and quiet proof of nights spent fighting battles alone. Her hands were wrapped around a faded photograph of them smiling, back when life felt lighter, back when she believed she had endless time. She pressed it to her chest as if it could hold her together. Then he saw the real wound, a diagnosis she had hidden to protect him, to protect their home, to protect the fragile peace they lived in during the day. She whispered apologies to the empty room, saying she didn't want to burden anyone, saying she was scared of being weak, saying she didn't know how to tell him without breaking his heart. Every tear was a confession. Every breath was a plea for strength she no longer had. His stomach tightened with guilt, shock, and an ache so sharp it almost knocked him back. The woman who always carried everyone had been quietly falling apart right in front of him. He understood now. Her smiles were shields, her silence an act of love, her loneliness a sacrifice. He wanted to rush to her, to promise she would never face this alone again, but something held him still for a moment, the weight of realizing how deeply she suffered while he slept. Then, with his heart pounding and courage finally louder than
The day of disbelief and of speculation came with perfection. The shaking ground was already slightly stiff, and the wind was already firm. But the earth still turned heavily, and the rain came slowly, not in doldrums, but with immense silence. There was no going back, and there was no coming. Disbelief, speculation, perfection were raised to question. Countries marveled, speculation hanged in the air, as composers, priests, and even kings contemplated the impossible. Every detail, every ancient text was intricately unpacked, because